What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Now, I have to share a story with you that I heard, and it was quite interesting to me because I had never heard it before. But Isaiah Lloyd Thomas III and Stephen A. Smith, they're friends. As far as what I know, they are friends. So I was a little surprised when I heard the news that, first off, I want to tell everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button coming through the door. That's right. Like button. Hit it up. Like it up. Like it up and strike it up. So hit the like button. Now I'm going to be sounding like a bugle. Michael Air Jordan and Isiah Thomas beef is still simmering. The Last Dance was what, 2 years ago? I think it was about 2 years, or almost 2 years. And the disrespect Isiah Thomas received was unbelievable when the man stood up and told factual truth about Michael Jordan and his legacy. Isiah Thomas woke the world up as to know why, out of anybody in the league, Michael Jordan won his championships against. Why Isiah Thomas he talked so venomously about. Right? He told you and informed the world after Michael Jordan did that. It's because they asked Isiah to do the Last Dance and speak. Isiah had no problem coming to speak, talking about the old days for the Last Dance they were doing. No problem. He made time for it. He came to do his segment, and he was done. He had good rapport with Michael Jordan. They had dinner together. In other words, they were close. Like, they were friends. And for Isiah Thomas' grandchildren and children, or saying his nieces and nephews, and they were kids when all of this was going on. So they don't really remember too much of anything about the Last Dance. But what threw everybody for a loop was what transpired after the fact. You see, after the fact is a problem. Now, let's look at things after the fact. Michael Jordan said he never take nothing away from Isiah Thomas's skills and all these things. But as a player, he couldn't stand Isiah Thomas. You know, like, as far as a person, he just couldn't stand him. But as a basketball player, listen. Let's get to the gist of the real problem. It was the tone, it was the delivery of how he spoke about Isiah that's going to make people go back to 1991. Where Michael Jordan completely lied as he lied on The Last Dance. They have the audio that's all over the internet now that Michael Jordan did in an interview that he never thought would come out to light, where he says he's not playing on the team if Isiah Thomas was on the team. It's on the audio. So if they know that, why on earth, why on God's jolly green earth, would anybody have any sympathy or look at Isiah in a certain way? Everybody's in this new prisoner of the moment mentality. So this makes Isiah Thomas look bad, extremely bad. It's embarrassing. Business colleagues alike. So Isiah had to come out and address it. And he went to his homeboy, Jalen Rose. Now, Jalen Rose told you the truth and let Isiah come on their show early in the morning. Then he went and spoke with Stephen A. Smith, who's his homeboy. But Stephen A. Smith is also close to Michael Jordan. Now, Stephen A. is only close to Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan likes the way he kisses up to him. And oh yeah, Michael listens to all of this stuff. If it's said about him, he want to hear it. He want to hear it. He ain't somebody that just brushes it off. He want to hear it so he can remember it. So when Stephen A. would go in there and defend Michael Jordan against LeBron, oh, he became an ally. Oh, that's like a brother. Yeah. Stephen A.'s all right. That's my new Ahmad Rashad. Mike love his favorites. He gonna keep them around at all times. Now, Isiah and Stephen A. became cool through Jalen Rose. Now, Jalen and Isiah are more closer. But still, Stephen A. is looked at as a brother. And what he tried to do was mediate this thing. Like, oh, I'm going to work that out. Don't worry, Zeke. I got it. Just trust your boy Stephen A. I'm going to talk to Michael. Y'all two are too great to have this bickering thing going on. So when he's telling that, and Isiah told him, he said, Michael has my number. If Michael Jordan felt apologetic at any time, he don't need to send the message through you. Michael Jordan can text me. Michael Jordan can call me. I've spoken on the phone with Michael Jordan before. I've had dinner with Michael Jordan. He knows how to get in contact with me. So let Michael do that. So after The Last Dance airs and the NBA is doing the top 75 players and they're bringing all the players out for the photo and everything, Isiah's avoiding Michael Jordan, deliberately ignoring him. As everybody's greeting everyone else, Isiah has nothing to say. There's no contact. There's no nothing. So after this was done, Stephen A. he thought this situation was past. Stephen A. comes allegedly contacting Isiah again. Like, we gotta move past this. How are we gonna get past this impasse with you and MJ? That looked disturbing. I thought you two would figure this out. And he said, why are you talking to me? The person you need to be talking to is over there. Your buddy Michael Jordan. You need to be having this conversation with him, not me. That's not how this thing should work. And he was right. Michael Jordan was the person he needed to be talking to, not himself. And again, he told him, Michael Jordan has to be the one. So, allegedly, Stephen A. Smith decided to, on the behest of his own and not Isiah Thomas, speak out of school and have a conversation with Michael Jordan saying Isiah Thomas wants to end this thing. You know, he wants you to be in agreement to do this, and then Michael Jordan's feeling empowered now. Like, oh, now he realizes the error in his ways and all this, so it's making Michael Jordan feel, you know, like yes, what I'm doing is working. By ignoring him, now he knows he needs me, or you know, he's feeling empowered by it. And Isiah had to tell Stephen A. Smith because it was other people there while he was saying these things. And Isiah said, Stephen A., don't ever speak for my benefit again when it comes to Michael Jordan. I, in no such way, told you to relay any message to Michael Jordan. I informed you that he has my phone number. He knows how to contact me. If Michael Jordan wants to contact me, he knows where to find me. I'm not hard to find. If Michael Jordan has something to say at the NBA 75, he could have did so. My life does not consist of Michael Jordan. So I don't need Michael Jordan's approval or friendship for anything. If Michael Jordan wanted to befriend me or apologize to me or say anything to me about how he felt and this and that, he's had ample opportunities to do so. He's choosing not to. So I choose not to waste energy on Michael Jordan. Now, if y'all want to talk a segment with basketball around Michael Jordan and it's our jobs to debate, then yes. But personally, about Michael Jordan and my feelings towards Michael Jordan, no. He lost a lot of respect with me. And to get that back, if he wants to, he'll have to contact me. I did not ask you to relay a message to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's a grown man. He knows exactly how to get this respect from me. He knows what he has to do if he wants this fixed. And Isiah's correct. Now, I'm not saying they have a beef, but I heard they hadn't spoken in months due to this. Isiah was not happy that Stephen A. chose to basically try to speak in Isiah Thomas's defense. And Stephen A. meant good. Like, he wasn't trying to do malice out of it. He just wanted to play a part in mending the Michael Jordan, Isiah Thomas situation when you can't mend something if two sides aren't trying to have things mended. Isiah doesn't seem to be caring. Not at all. Neither is his counterparts. Well, it always dawned on me that people are just different. You could feed one person one thing all day long and they can eat it up, and the rest of the world is just different. Everybody has their own agenda on how they think the world works and what they should do in the world so that things work for them. I never looked at That's very interesting that somebody brought that up. But I never looked at Isaiah Thomas as a person that is vengeful like you guys do. You got to understand they show one side of a story, they never show the other side. They show a narrative, and that narrative becomes the main story to them. That's how they view all of the intangibles that transpires and goes along with dealing with the Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. So you see the Pistons, you just look at them as guys who beat people up and they just got a W. You don't look at the fact that these are some of the most important players in the history of the game of basketball, trendsetters. They changed the game. Rules are being implemented to try to strip them from winning games because they were so good as a team. They were 10 players deep and they used all 10. They had the most dangerous bench in the NBA. Their system of defense was amazing. And they didn't just beat Michael Jordan, they beat everybody. If you played basketball against them, they knew how to take your best player, make them have the worst night of their life, and the rest of the team, they put them on an island. Their offensive execution, you have the Hall of Fame backcourt in Isiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. There haven't been probably another Hall of Fame backcourt in like 60, 70 years. I think they just made one recently after like 70 years. I mean, like the 50 years. Because it's unusual. That's how good the Detroit Pistons were. Rebounding. Dennis Rodman, 3 Hall of Famers on the team. Actually, 4 if you add Dantley. Hall of Fame basketball coach, who was the coach of the Dream Team. So, I mean, it's a lot of different elements in play. It's a lot of respect that was lost, a lot of trust issues that went on during those times with Jordan and Isaiah. But I could tell you this: Isaiah is one of the first players to do everything business wise. All the things Michael Jordan is doing, Isaiah had done it in the 90s. Now, of course, he was the face of the franchise, and they were building the sport around Michael, and rightfully so. Isiah Thomas has never spoken a bad word about Michael Jordan. Through all the 6 championships, everything, he always spoke respectfully about Michael Jordan. Always. He coached him in the All-Star game. He made sure Mike got the last shot in his final All-Star game, and he hit that shot on Marion. But Michael Jordan is a prisoner of the moment guy. If everybody's waiting on him to hate on Isiah Thomas, he's going to say something hateful on Isiah Thomas. See, when you're vengeful and hateful and have all these different tropes in your circumference, this is what you're going to be dealing with. This is the reality you're going to be faced with. So, it was no surprise to me what happened, but it is what it is. I'm going to get up out of here. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the page. Shouts out to everybody who went to the Patreon and subscribed. They wanted to hear more about Kanye West. We do got the Drink Champs interview up there. It's free. So if you just go on the Patreon and you want to just see the Drink Champs interview, it's free on the Patreon right now. So you can go check it out over there. So those who didn't get a chance to see it before they snatched it, still on the Patreon. So it's free for anybody that comes by. Now, for the rest of you, I want to say God bless. Thanks for the Cash App, which is KARCENO. Well, everything's in the banner below. I'm out.